Hey, welcome back to my kitchen. So, yesterday I went out to Colorado Springs, spent like 5.5 hours to collect 4 CRT TVs that were mostly working. I've already sold one of them, which is good. Uh, but today, the very next day, I had another really great pickup. And so I wanted to show you what I picked up today. So, first up is going to be this old MGA Mitsubishi 13-inch. This thing looks awesome. I haven't plugged any of these TVs in yet that I've got, which I guess this is the only one that I've shown you so far. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plug it in. I'm going to test it out. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to tell you if it works or not. Like, so far I've only given these TVs a quick wipe down. I guess I'll give you a quick rundown as to what I've got. I've already shown you the Mitsubishi. Over here I got a really nice looking Quazar TV VCR. Came with the instruction manual and the remote. And then I got this, I believe it's a Dura Brand 13-inch. Looks like it has some potential. We'll check it out. We'll see. And over here, last but not least, I got this flat screen. It's an Emerson. Came with the remote. Looks really clean. And yeah, I'm kind of interested to dive into that. It doesn't look like anything too spectacular, but it's certainly a nice looking TV. It's in very good condition. Alright, so I put this little guy through its paces. I started off with some Arcadia 2001, and then I started playing some Intellivision. And I gotta say that for its age, it looks really good. This is like a 43-year-old TV. It was made in 1984. We can take a look at the back here. This is pretty cool. Like, somebody actually velcroed the remote control on there, and the remote control works as it should. And it has the antenna, both antennas. But you can look down here at the model number and whatnot. There's June 1984 Mitsubishi, and the model number is there. CS1341R, and you can see that 13 in there. They usually like to put the size of the TV within the model number, if you haven't noticed that already. I cleaned up a lot of the dirt off of it, but it probably could still use a good detailing. Anyhow, when it comes to like older TVs like this, the capacitors are old. Typically, the lifespan of a capacitor is no more than like 30 years if you're using like top tier capacitors. The lifespan can go down if you're using cheaper capacitors, but you know, no capacitor is guaranteed to live 30 years. Some of them last longer than that, and some of them not even close. But when I go through with the adjustments, like you can see down here, you have vertical hold, color, tint, bright, contrast. So, oh, and then that last one is switching between cable TV and standard TV, antenna TV. So when I adjust some of these settings here, like this is the what is this, the brightness? Yeah. So the brightness, you can, it's kind of hard to tell on this title screen, but like what will happen if I turn up the contrast more, it's actually making the TV kind of bulge out. You can kind of see this line over here that's supposed to be a straight line. You can see how it bulges out like that as I turn up the contrast. That's a clear sign of capacitor failure. Like, you can see how that totally changes as I turn it up. Yeah, it's not supposed to do that, but yeah, so that could just be a cap or two that needs replacing. But yeah, you know, I've seen a lot worse. I've seen TVs. I saw TVs that went completely, the geometry went completely wonky adjusting it. Like I can see like some curvature here and it's bulged out, and then it's not quite over there, and then it's kind of bulged out down here. And so like when you look at like straighter lines, like if I go back to the beginning of this thing here, this is the LTO flash cart, and once I get to the selection screen, like you can see like how Mattel is like way the hell over here. Might be kind of hard to see because I haven't focused my camera, but yeah, this is a little wonky looking. It's not as straight as it should be. But if I adjust the contrast here, you can see it shrink down to where it should be, or closer to where it should be anyhow. But yeah, and then I go up and you can see the word Mattel get closer to the edge of the screen. That's a halfway point, and that's all the way up. And like look at how wonky this gets and everything. But and I'll turn it back down to the halfway point. It kind of fixed it up a bit. If I turn it down more, I get like a much fainter picture, but the geometry is much more how it should be. And if I were to select a game, this title screen is so freaking black at this point that I could barely see it. But yeah, look at that. And I can turn the brightness up and the contrast up, and it looks pretty good. But yeah, it definitely needs recapped. This is a cool TV. I think I'm going to keep it in my collection. It looks pretty good for its age, I would say, and it's in really good condition overall, physical condition. I like that it has the remote and the antenna's intact. If I were to sell this thing, I'd probably ask like $40 for it or so. The problem with these TVs is that like not everybody wants to just screw around with antenna TVs. Like they want more inputs, composite, component, S-video sometimes. And this TV doesn't have any of that. So unless you're playing like an Intellivision or like an old Atari or something, it's not going to be too useful. Like, I mean, I guess you could hook up one of those analog to digital converters or whatever, like so you could get digital signal. But to have digital signal into this thing is just kind of silly. But it's a cool piece. I like it, and I'm going to keep it in my collection. So I'm going to move on to the next TV. Alright, so next up we got the Quazar TV VCR. This thing is in like freaking mint condition. Everything about it works perfectly. All functions work. The picture looks fantastic. Wow. This is a really great pickup right here. So you can see it comes with the original instruction manual that's still sealed. The original remote that has good batteries in it. It has the antenna piece, like which, the rabbit ears that typically people would just scrap, at the time, unless they were using it for over-the-air broadcast television, which some people might. It has some nice handles back here. You can see that the body has like no cosmetic flaws. This is the model number here, June 1998, Quazar. And you got an RF input down here. Looks like you might have some adjustments down in there. I'm not sure. But I can tell you that the menu is really nice. Everything works as intended. And so like on the remote, like you got tracking right on the remote. You got like a night or / game. So you can go night, you can go game. And so if I play it, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it down, so I don't want any copyright strikes. But this is the movie Clerks. And there's a trailer for Dumb and Dumber right at the beginning of this, which is pretty cool to see. But yeah, it looks great. I have not adjusted my camera for that picture to look good, but I can turn the display off so it's just the picture. And wow, this thing is like a brand new unit. This is very cool. The one downfall I will say is that the audio is extremely quiet on this unit. There's only one speaker. There is a composite input right up front. It's also mono. You got your controls up front here and everything, but this remote works great, so it's better just to use a remote, really. But wow, this thing is great. As much as I'd like to keep it, I could probably get a couple $100 for this thing, so that's probably what I'm gonna do. But wow, really cool to see. This one was given to me for free by my friend Russell, and he got it for free as well. So somebody just wanted rid of it. Back in the day, it was the general consensus to stay away from units like this, but nowadays people absolutely love these things. Like older people that want to watch like Disney movies with their kids or something like that, or maybe they just want like that old, like that 90s experience like in their bedroom again or something like that. Maybe they got some old porno tapes, you don't know. But either way, people pay for this shit, and I'm willing to sell it. So this is a 13-inch Dura Brand. Dura Brand was like a generic brand back in the day. I thought they looked decent for the price point, but I never personally bought one back when they were new. This particular TV has pretty much all the controls right up front here. You can press these two to access the menu, and you can reset it, and you can enter and all that kind of thing. Power over here. You got a headphone jack kind of hiding over here. You do have two different speaker grills, but this is a monaural TV, so you don't, the speaker's right here. This is just aesthetic. It's fake. Like there's no speaker there. And then you got the composite input on the front. It's just monaural. Up here, I thought this was really cool. Like, it's a notice to U.S. consumers about the analog broadcast tuner. Require a converter box after February 17th, 2009 to receive the over-the-air broadcast with an antenna because of the transition to digital broadcasting by federal law. Pretty cool. I remember when this happened. There's a thing of Velcro up here, like somebody might have had a remote control Velcro to the top of it at one point, or maybe something else. I'll probably take this off if it doesn't damage the paint. If it starts looking like it's going to damage the paint, then I'm just going to keep the thing on. And you got this installation or operating helpline, which is kind of cool to see. You got some nice handles here. It's a very lightweight TV, and it has like a little indentation and a handle for your middle finger, so you can just fit your hand in there real nice. It's a very clean TV. On the back here, this is the model, June 2006, and it has RF input, and that's it. It's a very clean looking TV, no major flaws. It looks really good actually. And so I got this TV because I was selling a different TV, a 25-inch Apex, and the lady was like, well, does it make that annoying sound? And I'm like, you mean like, or she was like, does it make that annoying sound when you turn it on? And I was like, no, like it doesn't do that, you know, like the white noise, static noise or whatever. It like turns the screen blue and yada yada. And she was like, no, I mean like it's like high pitched. And I was like, oh, you mean like high pitched whine? And she's like, yeah, that. And I was like, not that I know of, I can't hear it, you know. But she was like, yeah, like I have this like little TV that makes the whine and I hate it. Like I love the way the TV looks, but I hate that it makes that sound. And I was like, well, you could always try out the TV first if you want. I was like, you know what I could do, I was like, well, what TV is it? And she showed me, and I was like, well, what I could do, because I was asking $60 for the Apex, I was like, I'd take 40 in the TV that you have. And she said, you know, deal. And so she brought it to me like this, her and her boyfriend guy, and it had this little coaxial cable hooked to it, which I like those small ones like that. Those come in handy for like splitters and stuff like that. But yeah, there's no remote control. But yeah, this thing actually looks really good. And so I'm going to switch over to my other camera settings so I can try to give you a look at the picture here. So here's the picture here. I mean, obviously it's only gonna, you know, look so good, but I adjusted my camera to it the best I could. Now with this particular TV, I noticed right away that the image looked really good, except for like it was kind of cutting off on the sides, and like I noticed like once you get like to a menu that has like right here, like the rectangle going on here, like it looked a little weird. The lines were a little off, like the geometry was a little off. But instead of going into the service menu, I just went into the main menu, and I noticed that the contrast was set all the way up, and it was just too much for this little guy. And so I turned the contrast down quite a bit, and as I was turning the contrast down, I could see the rectangle lines just getting so much better, so much more straight, less wonky. Like there's still like, I see like a slight amount of wonkiness right there on that corner, but I mean that's like nitpicking at that point, you know. And then I added a little bit of brightness to compensate, and you know, honestly, like I could probably go slightly more on the color, but honestly, like that looks pretty dang good actually. I mean, for what this thing is, it's just a composite signal. I think it looks great. I'm not hearing any high-pitched whine, so, you know, maybe her hearing is better than mine. But, I mean, it's working great as far as I can tell. I've played some games on it, and every game that I've played on it looks good. And so I'm considering this one a win. I'll probably get a remote for it, pair it up with a remote, probably try to take this Velcro off, and I'll probably try to get like a 40 or a 50 spot for it, or I'll trade it to somebody else that's looking for a small TV for something else that I might be after. But yeah, the colors are really good. I mean, look at that castle and look how green this is and everything. Looks great. So I'm happy with this one. You know, I might keep it around for a little bit and just play around with it. I do like the way that 13-inch TVs look, so I might keep it temporarily, but eventually I'll probably sell it. But yeah, hey, this was a good pickup, so let's move on to the last TV. All right, so last but not least, we have this Emerson. Emerson was also kind of one of them generic brands back in the day. They were a little bit more well known than Dura Brand, but still definitely a generic TV. They were typically cheaper than like a Sony or a JVC or Panasonic or Toshiba or one of those. But they typically had a fairly good image quality to them. This one, not so much really, but we'll get to that. Let's go over the aesthetics of this thing. So it certainly is in good physical condition, which is a big plus. On the front here, you have component input, stereo, and you actually have two legit speakers. And you got a headphone jack there, and you got all your controls here, and there's an IR sensor. And this remote is like one of the most generic looking remotes ever. It doesn't even say Emerson on it. And on the back it says that it's made in China. It has a little notice there about the batteries and whatnot. But that's it. Like, I mean, if you lost this thing, or if you came across this thing and you didn't know that it went to this TV, you'd have no idea what the hell it is. Like, you'd be like, okay, it's a TV remote, but what TV? So we'll give it a spin around here, and you can see that it's just in really clean condition. I gave this a very minor wipe down. It was already very clean. On the back, you have an S-video input, and that's it. You get S-video and RF, and that's it. So I have the Super Nintendo hooked up through S-video. Here's the model number, EWF2006. Pretty cool. Manufactured in 2006. August 2006, I think that says. But so yeah, it's a newer TV as far as CRT TVs go. But yeah, the image quality isn't the best. Let me switch over and we'll take a look at that. Alright, so here it is. You can kind of see that the image is tilted a little bit. There's no blank space on the sides or anything, so it probably has a ton of overscan. It just doesn't look very good. It looks like a cheap image. Like, the background is a little faint. The greens look pretty good, but like overall, like the picture quality is a little subpar. And the menu system isn't very good. Like, the sound quality is kind of eh. You know, I like that this TV is in really good physical condition, but I think this is like one of those like flat screens that is just like, it might have yoke sag. I haven't gone into the service menu yet, so I couldn't tell you like if it you know, is something that can be adjusted out. But I do notice that there's kind of like a black spot right here, and I don't know what the hell that is, but like as Mario moves, you can kind of see it like a little bit right there. It's hard to see through the camera, but in person I can kind of tell that there's like a darker spot right there. It's not like highly apparent. At first I thought maybe like it was, you know, getting magnetized or something, like it needed degaussed, but I don't think so, man. I think that's just how it is. And so a TV like this, obviously I'm not going to keep in my collection. I don't need it personally. I can see that through the video that the greens aren't being represented accurately. It does look better than that in person. As a matter of fact, I might be able to change that a little. No, I can't go any lower. But it does look better in person than it does through the camera. But it doesn't look great. It's not on par with like a Sony Trinitron or something like that. It's just a very generic looking image, and with, you know, like I said before, subpar image quality and subpar audio quality. A TV like this, I'm probably gonna try to get like $60 for it or something, and I think somebody should be really happy with that, considering that it has the remote and that's in really good physical condition. I'm not seeing any scratches on the tube or anything like that. There's a couple little dirt spots that I need to clean off, but yeah, that's a decent one. That also came from my friend Russell. Russell does, he's like really into arcade games, and so he does like tube swaps, and so he'll get old TVs and he'll take the tube and the yoke out of them and you know, put them into arcade machines, so the arcade machines don't have the burn on the tubes anymore. Like, he's done a couple of my arcade games for me, and I mean, they look so much better now. And so yeah, he comes across TVs for free because people are like, hey, well, you know, I got this TV for free if you want to, you know, come pick it up, like, and use it for your arcades or whatever. And like, he'll be like, well, you know, what does it look like, you know, and if it's a flat or something like that, he'll pass it on to me. He's done that for like 3-4 TVs now, and that's, you know, it's awesome. Like, I appreciate it. And like, if I come across TVs that he can use for his arcade games, then I give those to him. So I guess that's the end of the video, and I just wanted to thank you guys for continuing to watch. I didn't expect to get a bunch more TVs the next day after making the first video, so I wasn't able to locate my wireless lapel mic. I know it's around here somewhere, but I don't know where. And I also got like this cool tripod kind of thing. Like, well, it's not really a tripod, it's like a camera holder that goes around your neck so you can have both of your hands free, and that's going to be really convenient for videos like this and other videos that I have in mind that I want to make. But yeah, so bear with me. I will get my production quality up a little bit again, because I have what it takes to make it better, but I just haven't found. I misplace everything. That's just kind of how I am. So here I am in my wife's office. I've essentially taken it over with TVs, especially this 32-inch chunk down here, which I posted last night, and I've had, I think, like 4 people express interest. There's 2 people that are basically saying that they're gonna come buy it off me today, and there's one person that was like, well, I could pay you through Venmo for it, and then pick it up next week, because like my small car's in the shop, or my big car's in the shop, and it's not going to fit into my small car. So I was like, yeah, just let me know. But I'm kind of hoping that one of the other people come through so I don't have to hold on to it, because that's going to take substantial amount of space in my shed, and I'm not a fan of that. I want to get the damn thing out of here. Looks good. It's a decent TV. I showed it to you last video. But no, it's gotta go. It's big. I mean, it's taking up this whole damn room. So there's that 13-inch that we just looked at, and there's the last TV that we looked at, the Emerson. I mentioned in the previous video that I have 2 of the same model TV. There's that one down there, and then there's that one up there. Exact same model, exact same TV. They're both the Samsung. That one has a remote, luckily. That one doesn't. But I need to get rid of both of those. And there's the Quazar TV VCR that we looked at in this video. And then down there is the Quazar TV VCR that we looked at in the last video. What's really cool about this is now that I have this remote, I can test that remote with that unit on the floor. And if it works okay, if all the features work and everything, then I can go ahead and I can just buy the same remote off of eBay, and then I can stick that remote with that TV down there and, you know, ask like a couple $100 for it or so. It doesn't necessarily mean I'll get that much for it, but I can certainly try. But yeah, this has been fun going through all these TVs with you guys. Like, I get TVs in fairly often. Like I said in the first video, sometimes like it's only like 1 a day or like 1 a week even, you know. I definitely go through dry spouts, but the last couple days I've just been getting all kinds of TVs in. I've taken in like 9-10 TVs in the last 2 days, and so that's been pretty awesome. And you know, I really enjoy gathering these TVs and cleaning them up and testing them and selling them and everything. It's a lot of fun, and I've put like a lot of really cool TVs in my collection, and sometimes like I will sell like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 TVs, and I'll save the money, and I'll you know, buy a really cool one with the money that I earn from you know, the ones that I sell. So yep, I think that's the end of the video. It's been kind of a long-winded one. I mean, I I can barely talk anymore. Like, I've been hitting my Pingerman this whole time, you know what I'm saying? I think you do. But that's it for now. So until next time, you stay sinister.